All right, then. Let's move on. Part two of the November 14th, 2023 returns that I've accumulated since Friday. I would note that got a whole lot of these yesterday due to the fact that Veterans Day was last week, but there's no postal service. Also a Sunday, so I usually get a pretty big dump of returns. dump. A pretty big dump of returns after a holiday weekend, especially. Let's get into it. This is from Phoenix. Oh, very nice. Been collecting or the old new, the tall boys from the NBA, ABA years. This is Jim Fox. You see that? I'm getting glare from the back here. Maybe that'll be easier. Jim Fox is a really good signer. Um, Solid return rate. I don't think he's ever been anything but accommodating. Um, he got a lot of good cards from the 70s. But these 68 nines and 70s, the tall boys are just right up my alley. Love them. The Atlanta Metro, and this is going to be, oh, very nice. All right. Steve Nicosia from the old Pirates squads. He was on the world champion Pirate squad, it appears. This is my second round from getting from Steve. Really solid signer. And also, I work team cards. I just got the 81 set in that I bought, and that's not a very good. I can't really see it very well. A lot of guys like to sign on their face or on their person, like where they are in the team photograph, which I completely understand. But it would be kind of nice if they could sign around the borders or just across the jerseys. But that's me nitpicking. Also, this is a good one too. The 86, 87 Fleer cards had included in them these stickers. These are great little vehicles to collect team stickers or to get team autographs. This one on the front has Johnny Ray. Looks like Phil Garner was on here. He was a pirate. Sadly, Bob Veal, Pirates pitcher from the '60s. This is he. It was wet when I got it. Almost. It was not a very good quality pin. But on the back, Rich Hebner, and also Steve Nicosia. So I keep track of all of these guys by just writing on the card saver. So there's a pro tip. If you're getting a team or multiple signatures, you'll get this back. You'll be like, who did I send this to? Who lives in Atlanta, the metro area? Well, now you know because you wrote down you sent it to Steve Nicosia. So anyway, pro tip. What's next? North Houston. Could be anybody. Could be a Texan, and it is. Oh, this guy's always great. Old timer Al Spangler. A couple of videos ago, I described that I got some 60s, early 60s cars that were probably in a house fire. These are some of them. I just don't have to get Al sign them, but you can see the scorch marks along the top ridge there, and they're kind of just, it's just not a very, it's not flat. You can tell it's got water damage. I picked that up for a quarter, I think. Um, like this same thing here. Now Al doesn't look very. He did not look very content right there. He does not look like he's in the mood to be taking a photograph. But he has a great. He played for the Cubs back in those days. A couple of Cubs cards of his that are really nice. He's got a great signature, really well defined, and uses a good pen. $0, 0 cents. This is coming from North Texas, PNDC, whatever that means. And it is Brandon Fahey, a chrome rookie card from 19, no, I'm sorry, not 19, 2006. Um, about these chromes, I love getting them signed. They're just they just really, if you get a good pen and a good signature like this, they really look great. The only drawback is if they use a pen that's not top quality or not a really good Sharpie, it is the surface of these cards is just not like old school Topps cardboard. It doesn't take the ink very well. So this will probably if you were to run this in and out of a card saver, just doing whatever, showing people, probably start rubbing off. So your best bet is to keep it in here or just put it in something that doesn't get a lot of friction because that ink won't soak in like it will those old cardboard cards. So pro tip. Boston, thick one too. Kind of feels like maybe it's one of those tall boy NBA cards. Let's see. And it is Henry Hank Finkel, 6970. Signs for free. I've gotten several cards of his. Um, he's got one particular card, man. He just looks like a Bond villain or something. I don't know, but he's a former Celtic. Um, again, if you can get a good solid collection of these 69 70s tall boys, they just really are good for this hobby for signatures such as these. Love getting them. Henry Hank Finkel, thank you so much. Signs for free. Coming from San Diego, what do you want to bet? Let's see if this is another Mark Pryor. Because I had sent several to him over and this one coming back. But it is not a Mark Pryor. It is Cubs team card from 1979 team for the 78 season, according to my trusty card savers. Went to Tim Blackwell. Let's see if it made it on there. Blackwell's pretty good. Yep, right there on the bottom over the Cubs signature. Blackwell's a really solid signer. This Cubs, I'm starting to get some good signatures on it. Looks like I've got Dave King, Russell, Dennis Lamp, Manny Trio, uh, Dave Geisel, Ken Holtzman. Ken Holtzman has the worst signature at the very top up there. He signs a ballpoint pen, and it literally looks just like a bunch of up and down lines, like some sort of a Richter scale or something, measuring whatever it is they use to measure earthquakes. Anyway, Cubs is my favorite team. Love getting an additional Cubs team card. From Boise. I know one person who lives in Idaho that signs. That is Gail Goodrich, Hall of Famer for the Yankees. All right, I'm back. I got really confused there. My wife was calling on the cell phone, and I didn't. Then I referred to Gail Goodrich as working or playing for the Yankees. In any event, all's good with the wife. He's a teacher. She just was calling to see how we are doing, see if I heard from the kids. Moving on, Boise, Idaho. Is it noted Yankee superstar Gail Goodrich? It is. It is. This is a nice, 75, 74, 75 tops. These are notorious for having really dark backgrounds. Um, so at least Gail gave it a shot. He only signs one. So you can send 15 to him. 15 different one card letters. He'll sign them all, but he will not sign more than one per submission, and he does not charge. So, um, don't abuse that, but take that information for what it's worth. He's a Hall of Fame basketball player with zero signing fee. So, um, find his address, sportscardforum.com. Moving on. This is also from North Texas P and DC. Is it the same person that was a little bit earlier? We shall see. Nope. Oliver Miller, though. Oliver Miller. Um, I went to school with Oliver Miller my freshman year at the University of Arkansas. Go Hogs. Oliver was there with Todd Daly, Mayberry. You might not, unless you're from Arkansas, you probably don't remember. It was one of Nola Richardson's teams. Big O was a crowd favorite. He's an outstanding basketball player. Went up to the NBA, got drafted by the Suns, and then was mocked mercilessly by Charles Barkley. I think it was the Suns. Um, but he hasn't been signing very much in recent years. But I've gotten two of them. I don't. I guess I may be the only person that's mailing to him. I don't know. But Oliver Miller is available. He signed two there. I don't know how many I sent him, but he's got a number of pretty good little cards from the early '90s up through the 6 or 7 year stretch there. So Big O available. All right, we've reached 11-minute mark, so I'm gonna tune this out. I've still got a humongous stack, so the next video might be longer. I don't know, but I did promise for a couple of short ones. So anyway, stay tuned for part 3, I suppose.